What is this shit?
What's going on? Why don't they like it? We spent $250 million on this.
The Minecraft movie messed up big time. Hey guys, it's the Pink King here, and we're once again back with the Minecraft movie. And yes, the Minecraft movie just got a whole new trailer a few days ago. Now, I've been letting this trailer swirl around in my brain for a while, and now I think I've got some interesting points to make. Essentially, what was good about the trailer, what was bad about the trailer, and what was the ugliness about the trailer, because Warner Brothers have messed up big time with this movie, and this trailer kind of proves it. But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more movie updates and my honest thoughts on whether or not you should watch them or not. So yeah, subscribe and let's get back to the video. First, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Was this trailer better than the first one? And well, yes, but not by much. Let's be honest, they would have to pull a pre-redesigned Sonic levels of bad in order to top that first trailer in awfulness. But yes, this trailer was better than the last one. I wouldn't say it's good though. It's better than the last, but is it good? First off, let's talk about what I actually did genuinely like from this trailer. For one, I like how they're showing more of the Minecraft world here. Before I was very hesitant, but here I'm much more pleased by this sort of world and its creatures. I thought the mobs looked nice for what they were, and I really liked the implementation of more Minecraft features like the chicken and the ender pearls. That was all very good and nice to see. And probably my favourite thing about this trailer was the music. They're bringing back the music from the game, and my god, when it hits in this trailer, it hits in all the right ways. It's definitely going to be something I instantly save to my playlist when it's fully released. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Again, as I said, it's a better trailer, but it's not a good one. A lot of stuff shown just has me scratching my head and asking what was the point. I mentioned this in my last video on this movie, but this film looks really ugly. Take these opening shots of Steve. I don't know whether it's the lighting or the color correction, but this looks really bad. So bad, I initially thought it was AI at first. And if you somehow manage to make something that's actually real look AI, that says a lot. It just isn't a good look, if I'm being honest. And speaking of lighting, this leads me into the next thing, the inconsistencies. The humans do not fit into this world at all. There was one scene in particular that really looked very fake. When they were running from the mobs, I believe. Yeah, it's not great. And the worst thing about it is that it looks so cheap. You can tell they're not really there, and it's really obvious it's a blue screen, which again leads into my issue of it being a live action movie in the first place. All these mobs and whatnot, when you see them on their own, they look pretty great, but it's when you compare them to real humans, it's when their illusion starts to go off. It's not bad CGI, it's bad integration. And again, this wouldn't be a problem if you made the movie animated or committed to the live action style. You can't do a blend of both because that's never going to work, and you're just going to get polarizing results like we see here. And again, for a high budget movie based off one of the best selling games of all time, it's not a good sign when it looks cheap, now does it? Other than that, this trailer looked okay, very standard. This movie does not exude confidence. It just looks like another cheap family movie that aspires to do nothing. And with a concept that great, in an era of modern movies that are just so good, you just can't do that anymore. It's unacceptable. So yeah, overall, this trailer was better, but not by much. But this leads me into the main part to this video that I want to talk about, and that's just how much Warner Brothers messed up with this movie. Again, in terms of styles, I've already talked about it, so I won't bore you again with it. but instead rather their approach here to promoting this movie, because from a few sources I have, and as well as some deductive reasoning, I may have figured out what their angle is to marketing this movie. But why do I say this? Well, it all stems from the contrast of the first two trailers. That first trailer was so wildly different from this one, and I and a few others have pointed out, it reminds me almost verbatim of the Sonic movie back in 2020. How the first trailer came out, it caused massive outrage, and so they released a new trailer with a new design in order to appeal to the fans, and it worked. It managed to make that movie far more successful than it probably would have been otherwise, especially considering it came out literally a month before the pandemic started. But here's the thing, the reason why that movie was successful was because it wasn't intentional, it wasn't forced, it was a genuine mess up that they had to correct. And ever since then, so many other studios have attempted to try something similar to the hopes that they repeat a similar success. And so from everything I've seen, I wouldn't be hard pressed to believe that Warner Brothers are trying to pull the wool over our eyes here also. Because let's be honest, that first trailer was so bad. They had to either know it would cause outrage, or they're just genuinely that clueless. So call me crazy, but I think this is their strategy to try and rage bait people into watching this movie. And so far, it's already working, with a lot of views everywhere, with people reacting to it, giving crazy reactions. But here's the thing about rage bait. It will never last. Once you let the cat out of the bag, there's no putting it back in there. It's done. I don't think it's a coincidence how the first trailer gave us barely anything on this world, and this trailer gives us a bit too much fan service in my opinion. Again, I said I enjoyed it, but I feel like in hindsight it's too much. They're trying to pull off the same thing as the Sonic movie here, get people's attention with rage baiting, then keep them with giving them stuff that they remember from their childhood and remember from the games to really hinder on those nostalgia berries. When you put it in that context, it becomes very hard to unsee that that's exactly what they're doing. But hey, let me play devil's advocate here. This is just my theory. I could totally be wrong here. This is more of a theory here, as I said, than facts. But from everything I've seen and heard, this is a very likely possibility. But it could very well not be. I'm gonna let you guys be the judge on this, because this is just what I think, but what do you think about that? I'm gonna leave that to you. And honestly, that's the biggest mistake this movie made. It's a lose-lose situation. Because if they didn't intend for this, then it just shows how incompetent and cynical these studios are to rush out pure slop with a familiar face. But if they did intend for this, then it's exactly as I said, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. If you rage bait people into watching it and it doesn't deliver, they won't come back for a sequel or another sequel or a franchise, period. Because they'll know they've been lied to the first time and they won't bother to come back the next time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. But who knows, this mistake might become the best thing to ever happen for them, because maybe they're not trying to create a franchise, maybe they're just trying to create a one-hit wonder. But for all we know, we're just going to have to wait and see how everything unfolds at the moment. In the meantime though, let me know what your thoughts are down below. Did you like this trailer? Did you hate it? Tell me your reasons down below. I read all of your guys' comments and I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say exactly on this. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be keeping up with the Minecraft movie and giving you my honest opinions, and I will be sure to tell you whether or not it's worth watching or not, because unlike these studios, I value you guys and your opinions, and I don't want you to be wasting your money on something that you really don't need. So, again, like this video, subscribe, and with that, peeps, it's been the Pink King here, and I will see you all next time.